And joining us today is a very special guest, an actor, model, cancer survivor, philanthropist, Lisa Ray. She's always inspired so many of us, talking very, very candidly about her diagnosis of cancer that she was diagnosed in the year 2009 with. She's announced her diagnosis from the red carpet way back in the year 2009 at a time when not many people would do that. Today at 52, she says she's doing what it takes to build power and not chase youth importantly. And that's where I'm going to begin this conversation with. Thank you so much for your time, Lisa. My question, you've been talking this about a lot, and it really is something that caught our attention that at 53, you're not chasing youth, but building power. That's an important message that really needs to go out. Age truly is your number, is what your videos indicate. That, chasing youth beyond a point maybe is just a sham, isn't it? Lisa.
So I love to say that, I was young once, it was fine, but honestly, this phase of my life is the best so far. And I think that we need to put that story and that narrative out there a lot more because there's such a premium on youth in the society that we live in today. I think that it's not always been like that. Often women, as they got older, were considered the wisdom keepers of their community and society. And somewhere along the way, I do believe that perhaps big beauty and beauty corporations grabbed hold of the narrative, and they're making us feel that somehow women as they get older are broken, or they're not as relevant, they're not as important, and they're not beautiful. And I think, again, the point is everybody's going to get older. You, me, everyone, whether you're 3 years old, whether you're 33, 53, or 83, we're all aging. So why not change the narrative into acceptance and be able to accept who we are when we are? Because believe me, aging, and I want to say in particular turning 50, has been a huge turning point in my life in terms of how empowered, how beautiful, and how content I feel.
And that's what I want to ask you. There's a big debate, as we know, around, defying age, aging products, therapies, procedures are sold like hotcakes, and everyone is, it's finding its takers pretty much in everyone. Which side of this debate are you on, really, as far as aging is concerned?
What I want to say is don't fall for the narrative in society. A lot of it is created to encourage women to buy more things, buy more creams, buy more products, buy more treatments, try to be on trend. And stepping into midlife has actually relieved me of that. I don't feel the need to be on trend or to chase trends. I'm very, very secure with who I am today. And that's the gift of middle age. And that's what we need to start talking about more and more, and encourage women to actually step into their power, as opposed to giving away their power to trends and, the beauty myth.
Lisa, menopause is a reality for all women. You hit menopause at the age of 37. I understand, like you told me earlier as well, it was disease-induced because of your cancer. But you've spoken about how in Eastern medicine, menopause is really, not seen as an ending like perhaps we see it here. It's a second spring. What is your message to women who say, or are made to feel rather, that menopause really is the end of their life? And I know this is a very, very common thought in the minds of just so many women.
Yes, for women in India, often we are taught that it's a decline, it's a natural decline. So I think that a lot of women are not encouraged and supported to say that actually this is a great period of my life. Look at this, often women are free of a lot of their, taking care of their children, their husbands are doing their own thing. This is my time to invest in myself and to figure out who I am and what I want. And a part of that has to do with your health, right? We want to be healthy way into our 80s and our 90s. And the opportunity is there. So now in the West, a lot of people talk about weighted vests for women, where you actually wear a vest and it has weights, so that when you're walking, you're actually doing weight-bearing exercises. Today, there's no excuse. There is a lot of options for women.
Lisa, I'm going to thank you for joining in. And like I said at the outset, your videos that you regularly put out, showing how it's important to work out, lift weights, strength training, endurance training, also important for women. And most importantly, the focus that you've put on this conversation around aging and embracing aging is just so important. Thank you for your time.